such an asshole!
Hey, Leo Captain here. AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you have questions. I will answer it for money, not for free. Because if you're good at something, never do it for free. The young man writes, "Hey, Captain, second time customer here. Me and my ex-girlfriend were talking today. We broke up 10 years ago, but still remain friends to today. And we were talking about the protests going on around the country, and she was saying she wanted to go to one and join. She's very, very liberal, and told me that the Electoral College actually votes mid-December, and they can still change their vote. How likely is this to happen? I'm no Trump supporter, but I am definitely a Hillary opponent. Thanks in advance. Video, please, Cody." Well, thank you, Cody. All right, so I remember, from civics class, we used to have that in the 80s. I don't know if you kids have that nowadays, where we learned about how the fucking rules operate and the rules were governed by. And I know millennials were told that, well, you could just suck your own dick and everything is going to come out your way because you're entitled. But unfortunately, those evil, nasty white men who built the greatest fucking country ever got to that way. They made this country that great by having rules. And I don't know if you noticed this, countries without rules kind of tend to suck. But you guys at the age of 19 all know better. So I looked up, I kind of freshened up on the Electoral College. Let's explain what the Electoral College is, and we'll go from there. First, Electoral College, you remember they were counting the numbers and the votes. You had to get a certain number of electors. You had to reach 270 to win, because each state has a certain amount of electoral votes. And what that means is each state, depending on population, based on population, get a certain amount of votes assigned to them. And when you are voting for the president, it's not a popular vote, as some of you are quickly finding out because you didn't pay attention in civic class. You're kind of like, what? Even though this happened in 2000, but fuck history. You are electing representatives from the respective parties to go and vote in the Electoral College for a president. All right? So the Democrats have fielded Hillary Clinton as a candidate. The Republicans fielded Donald Trump. And when, let's say, Nevada, I think they had 10 electoral votes or whatever, they went to Hillary Clinton. So the Democrat Party in Nevada has already selected 10 electors to go to the Electoral College and cast their vote for Hillary Clinton as president. Now, even though the rules have already been established for the 200 approaching 50 years now this country has been in existence, and we've never had a problem if Barack Obama won or a Democrat won, but now all of a sudden everyone on the left, their tits are in a bundle. Now they're going to go and try to intervene at the Electoral College. So what there is, there's petitions and protests and a bunch of fucking whiny cunty behavior going on, where they're going to go and they're going to lobby these different electors on the Republican side to switch the vote from Trump to Hillary. Okay? So that's what's going to happen. Now, what are the statistical chances they have it? That happens here with the request the young man sent. So let me go through. I had to go and research, and I'm going to give you 4 reasons and explanations why this is very unlikely to happen. All right? Number 1, okay, to win the electoral vote, the Electoral College, when they actually cast the votes, you need 270 votes. Donald Trump has won 290 based on the election. Okay, so the Republicans are going to send 290 electors to the Electoral College, and they're going to vote for Trump. That means Hillary would have to win, you would have to switch, not 20, but 21 to switch from Trump to Hillary to give her the 270. So this isn't like you got 1 or 2 or 3 Trump didn't win the popular vote, but definitely kicked ass in the electoral vote. So that's an uphill battle right there. If you could get 1 or 2, historically it's happened, 1 or 2 people have switched. And it wasn't even switching their vote for the opposite party, it was switching their vote within parties. So to get someone to ideologically vote against them, 21 different people. No matter how much people on the Republican side may hate Trump, it's not likely to happen. Although there is a chance, because a lot of people, the never Trumpers, some of the Republicans, the genuine rhinos, are going to go vote for Hillary, and did. So that's one huge mathematical hurdle. The second thing is your electors are party members that were elected within the party to be the electors. And they don't usually grab the 19-year-old spoiled brat college protester from UW or UC Berkeley or UW-Madison to go and represent them. They know that's a very important person. And so what they're going to do is they're going to send someone they know that's loyal to the party, is trustworthy, and is probably an ideologue. So they're not going to, in other words, for this to really happen, the Democrat Party would have had to infiltrate the Republican Party long ago and kept up the charade for quite some time to earn the trust of Republican Party officials nationwide in the 50 states and D.C. D.C. gets an electoral vote. So again, it's unlikely someone's going to turn have a turncoat, or what's his name, Benedict Arnold, and go vote for the Democrats, right? So it's what's great is it's really cute. There's a petition, change.org. They have a petition. I love how change.org and the people that sign up for it, we're going to sign a petition when there's no legal way. In half the instances, a petition will not result in any change whatsoever. I'm going to sign the petition. It's like, fuck you. You can go and petition all you want. You can get the necessary signatures for petitions, and it ain't going to change how the electoral college works. So it's kind of like protest. Honestly, it's a waste of time. But I don't really tell that to too many people because the left protests a lot. I let them go protest because that's all they're good. They're just wasting time. They're wasting labor. But that's just the economist to me. So you're very unlikely to get these electors to switch sides. 3, in some states, it's illegal for you to switch your vote. They have a term, faithless electors. And the context was, they're a faithless elector. And I'm like, it doesn't sound so disparaging, but they made it sound like, they're with the pejorative faithless electors. And it's, I don't know if it's a fine or whatever, but it's illegal. There'd probably be some fine. I don't think there's jail time. It's not a felony. But there is a financial disincentive for you to do that. And it would be suicide, political suicide, if you did. So there's a huge future career risk. There's your own reputation. And then there is legal consequences to turning tail and switching sides. And then empirically, historically, New York Times, they went back and they looked at, they actually did journalism. I know, every once in a while. They gotta have like one real person doing actual journalism over there. I'd like to meet that one person someday. Or maybe it's one person with multiple names. 99% of the time, the electoral votes have been cast for the party intended. It's 1%, less than 1% of the time has someone actually voted for somebody if they're not to. And like I said, it's even within parties. So this doesn't mean they're necessarily going to vote for Hillary. Now, if we were to do the economist statistic thing, and we were to take 1% and we take it to the power of the chances that, this is like winning roulette 21 times in a row. And your chances of that, I did the math. So remember, Hillary would have to have 21 electors go, so you have to get 21 to go to the other side. So that is 0.000000000000000001%. Add 2 more zeros if you want to do a decimal. That's a little bit too advanced mathematics for you Democrats and leftists. I know that, but don't worry, my feels. That's a very statistically unlikely. So if she got 20 people to convert, but the 21st didn't, too bad. It's not going to happen. So statistically speaking, it's very unlikely. It could happen that there's so much hatred on the Republican side with the rhinos and establishment Republicans, they might vote Hillary. But God Almighty, let's be honest. The reason Trump, one of the many reasons Trump got elected is because people hate Hillary more than they do Trump. This was one I was really kind of dispassionate about. But, so to answer it, it's very unlikely. But the moral thing here, for your girlfriend, I want it right there. Tell your girlfriend right there, your ex-girlfriend right there. This is yet another perfect example of the left and their tyrannical, dictatorial, and totalitarian tendencies. Look, these are the rules. This is how the democracy was set up. And now they don't care what the rules are. They don't care. It's what they want. The means justifies the end, or the ends justify the means. These are, one, usually maybe not intelligent people. I'll grant you that they're younger, they don't understand, especially if you weren't paying attention at all during civics class. But two, a lot of these people are just evil. They want other people's money. And they will beat people up, they'll kill, they'll cheat, they'll lie to get it. The real, again, I've always said, the news isn't what the news isn't the news. The news is what the news is about, that is the news. And the news is about basically half the population wanting to throw away whatever rules so they can get their way. They don't want to abide by the law. Now, of course, they're going to legally try and change it. But look at this. They're going to go and try and bribe. They're going to go and try and get. That's how their mind works. This doesn't happen on the right. You know what happened on the right? Like if Hillary won, we probably would have. Oh, yeah, that sucks. We would have gotten up and gone to work. The people on the left, they called in sick. Minneapolis did not have a rush hour the next day. They have their little safe houses, their little safe spaces. The universities, the schools, like high schools, the public schools, St. Paul, Minneapolis public schools are like, we understand if you don't want to. I mean, these are evil, despicable people. They're scum. And so, it's got to make you ask, why are you even friends with your ex-girlfriend? I mean, does she not respect law? I mean, when does she say, hey, maybe I should respect what the electoral majority, I understand the argument for the popular majority, but when do you start to respect the rule of law? That's what when do you say, or does it never matter? You're always right, and you are entitled to get your way all the time. Because you know what? That does lead to dictatorships. That does lead to a Stalin. That does lead to a Pol Pot. And that does lead to a Mao Zedong. And if you guys don't know about those people, I suggest you good little millennial leftists look those people up and see what happens when you get your fucking socialist utopia. Anyway, that's all we got. If you guys got questions, go to assholeconsulting.com. Read my awesome writing at captaincapitalism.blogspot.com. Get my awesome fucking books available in paperback, Kindle, and audiobook.com, because I know people don't really want to read, because why would you when you could just listen? Go to amazon.com, look up Aaron Clarey, Aaron, the Jewish spelling, Clarey, Clarey, not Cleary, not Clarney, not Clancy, Clarey, Clarey. That's all we got. Tools.